Hey baby, you love papas? You need a bath.
Yo trabajo con la luna, yo trabajo con el sol, sol y luna, préstame tu resplandor.
Luz y progreso, light and respect, honor and respect. This is your host, Sancista Brujo Luis. So, if you haven't noticed, I have not done a video on YouTube in over 2 months. The last video that I posted was on August 13th, which was on the day of my birthday and the day of the passing of my dog, Roxy. Roxy was with me for 10 years. And if you know me, I'm a very introverted person and I love animals. They are like my children. And so when Roxy passed away, I took it very hard. We all know that during 2020, this has been a time of, not just for myself, but for everyone, a time of just all the craziness that's happening in the world. So after the passing of Roxy, I went into being an introverted person. I went deeper into myself to try to find myself. I searched for solitude. And I want to say thank you to my family members who were there with me, who helped me come out of that, and to my friends, people that I don't need to mention or name, but they were there for me. They guided me through this. But during this time that I was, I guess, in this form of seclusion, I often went into nature to spend time alone. I love man-made cathedrals and churches and sacred sites. They always tend or seem to ground me. I find inspiration within them. But nothing to me is more inspirational, more grounding than nature itself. So I often spent time just by myself, walking through the forests, meditating by rivers and lakes, praying and cleansing, and just finding my purpose, in life. The channel that I do on YouTube, if you watch my channel, it's based on my Espiritismo upbringing, and not just my Espiritismo upbringing, but Puerto Rican folk magic, whether it's brujeria, curanderismo, santerismo. But anyway, so during this time, which was at the ending of the summer and until now, I went into this stage of being by myself, trying to find myself, trying to understand the meaning of life, I guess, And so I would go into nature and I would pray and I would meditate and try to find God and spirit in anything that I could, just something to keep me grounded and whole. So here you see in this video just footages of this time that I spent in solitude. Like I said earlier, the greatest temples, are not man-made. Yes, man-made temples and synagogues and churches are beautiful, but one truly finds God and one truly finds spirit in nature, and being by yourself. I'm a person that I like quiet. I like sounds, but I like sounds of nature. I don't like to drown out sounds of nature. I like to listen. One of the first things that I do every morning when I wake up, is I always open the door in the morning before I have my coffee, and I sit outside and I thank God for another day, and I quiet the mind from my dreams the night, before. And I just thank God for another day and just breathe and focus on the music or the noises or the sounds, better yet, the sounds of nature. And then after an hour of that, then I just get up and have make my coffee and start my day. So here you see footages of just me within the last month or so, just looking for God. I needed to find myself again. Sometimes we do lose ourselves, especially with social media and YouTube and Facebook and whatever it may be. Sometimes you have to separate yourself from all that internet garbage and mess that's being fed into you, and go into nature and spend time alone. We proclaim that we are in the new world, that we are shamans, that we are witches, that we love nature. But most people don't go out into nature. And in order to walk the path of a shaman, and in order to walk the path of a brujo, bruja, a witch, a curandero, a santiguador, a hierbero, an herbalist, you have to have that part that hungers or craves for nature. Because I live in a city where, we don't listen to nature because everyone is so distracted with playing music and being loud that, we shut off the beautiful calming sounds of nature. So here I am just spending, that time in nature and just being by myself. Now, understand that I didn't write nothing for this video. I'm just speaking from my heart. And yes, I do plan on returning to YouTube. I just need time to heal. I remember my abuelita, my grandmother would say, a healer can't heal themselves. So when times of stress and turmoil in our life, we tend to search for other spiritual healers. Un doctor no se cura el mismo. So I tend to search for other spiritual people, other like-minded people. And not just that, I pray, I meditate, and then I also go into nature. I walk with the elements. I find spirits in nature. Doesn't have to be spirits of humans. It could be spirits of nature. The tree dryads. The water nymphs. I find God in all that. So here I am, just spending time in nature, and sometimes you have to come out of this cave of solitude, and you have to come out stronger. And for some people it takes longer, and for some people it takes shorter. But I'm still in this journey, and I do want to make more videos for my YouTube channel, but I have to focus on healing myself. The loss of Roxy was very hard for me, and not just the loss of Roxy, but my mother being in Puerto Rico, living alone. These things cross my mind. I have like 99 demons that I fight every day in my mind, and I try to find a solution or a problem, solve a problem. And how do I do that? Well, again, I walk alone, and I don't run away from my thoughts. I like to face my thoughts. I like to face my inner demons inside my head. I like to conquer them as best as I can. And how do I do that? By realizing that I'm one with the universe, that when I touch the earth with my feet, the earth grounds me, it cleanses me, it purifies me. And it's funny that during those times of trials and tribulations, we seek the earth, we seek nature. I don't self-medicate. I don't drink alcohol, and I don't take pharmaceuticals. My way of dealing with my stresses, with my anxieties, with my problems is praying, grounding, and then going into nature, finding God. and quieting the mind, because when we pray, we're speaking to God, not just to God, but to our spirits. But when we quiet the mind and and remove all distractions, we listen to God and we listen to our spirits. So this is just me letting everyone know, thank you very much. I've received so many beautiful messages. I am fine and I will be back soon. So hope you enjoy this little video, letting you all know I am well. Salsista Brujo.